That would be crazy if you would have knocked that over.
I would have laughed. Are we live? Happy Monday, Katie Megan. I hope you had a good weekend too. Miranda, happy Memorial Day. Thank you for subscribing with Prime for 20 months. Wow.
Yep.
I feel like that's the longest ever.
Nope. Not longest ever.
I guess I'm a little bit shooketh that
We've been doing
we've
it
been
that
doing
long.
it that long.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Every Monday and Wednesday. Long time. Happy Memorial Day, Matt Zach. Hello, Slid the Sloth.
Slid the sauce.
I was trying to make it like kid. And Quarter Pounder and Daisy and Jen Stell. Hello. Welcome.
Did anyone do anything really fun?
Let us know your plans. Because we didn't plan to have plans, but then we ended up doing something like every day, right? Saturday, we went to Emily and Tyler's. I went to the farmer's market in the morning.
No.
Sunday, you guys put turf on the landing. And then Tyler, everybody came over for hamburgers. And then today we went to Brad's parents this morning and had like smoked pork butt sandwiches.
Yep.
And played in the pool.
And then I organized the quote unquote garage.
Mm-hmm. We had no nanny today, which I mean is fine. But originally we planned to have her, but she requested the day off. So.
Hi, Laura. Say what? I froze some embryos that I made last week. Wow, Ladams, that sounds big.
That is very high tech. So tell me about that. Like, are you doing it preemptively?
Yeah, is it for like IVF stuff or?
Because people just freeze their eggs nowadays.
Yeah. Boating and grilling out. That sounds fun. Went to the pool. I'm a big pool fan. What's up, Vic? How are you? Had a long pool day today. We haven't had a long pool day in a while.
Yeah, because
I'm like a 3 hour at the pool max kind of person anyways. Like I get bored unless there's like activities.
some people just get drunk.
Like I could go to a water park all day,
Yeah.
but
If I feel like if you had the right friends to talk to,
yeah,
you
maybe.
would last all day. Yeah, you need some shade occasionally, I feel like.
My 8-month-old daughter's first beach day didn't eat the sand and loved the water. Well, that's good.
Oh, wow. That's a big deal to not eat the sand. So, congratulations.
We took naps, got some deals, watched Stranger Things, and relaxed.
Nice.
Aubrey said that Stranger Things, the new season, is dark. Like
Yeah.
real dark.
Yeah. It's just way scarier than any other season. Look, it has scary, graphic stuff in it that I've only ever seen on like horror films.
Do you not like it as much now?
No, I love the storyline, and I don't know. I like scary movies, though. I haven't been scared from it, though. It's not like music that like is gonna creep up on you and like you
It's not
anticipate.
jump scare.
No, but it's still just kind of like all the stuff that goes on is like demented. So anyway, it's just different. But I think that they were trying to get like higher ratings from adults.
Molly said currently at work. Obscene said watch lots of Stranger Things. Vic said I'm good. Hope you two are doing awesome. We are.
Wait,
oh,
so
sorry.
is the Stranger Things like, is it going to end in the middle of the season?
Oh, Ladamps said, oh, sorry. They're non-humans. I made embryos in the lab from bovine eggs. They grew them in a dish till
we
today.
were so confused.
Happy Monday just arrived in PCB. What's up, Tayan?
Wow.
The new season's pretty scary. First workout in 5 days because I was sick. Felt good.
Nice. That always feels good.
Florida is hot even by the pool. I can hang for an hour max. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's going to put any spoilers.
Unless I jump in the pool. Like if I had to stay at the pool in Florida without getting in the pool, would you be able to stay? How long would you be able to stay at the pool if you couldn't get into the pool?
In Florida, maybe an hour. I'd have to get like my feet wet or something, or have like
Shade.
a spray bottle, or I just
Shade tree.
Why be at the pool but can't get in the pool?
This makes me not want to watch season 4. I had nightmares from season 2.
Yeah. If you had nightmares, then don't watch it.
On episode 3, and it's jumpy. You're on episode like 4 or 5.
Maybe 4. Definitely not 5.
When is the Big Booty Go cookie butter going to restock again?
Never.
2023. Like, for real. I talked to him about it last week, and he said that he may be able to get some in July, and he said he would run our production. So maybe end of July, maybe, but most likely not until like August or September. So, it's one of the scarier, darker seasons, totally based on Freddy Krueger movies this season, and they even had the guy that played Freddy Krueger on there.
Oh, really? Wow. Thanks for that info. Does Letty always nap for longer than an hour?
Devney always uses Letty as her judging stick.
How long is her wake window from her nap until bedtime? Honestly,
Well, sometimes she only naps an hour, yes. Quite frequently, actually.
Yeah, so we are starting to not even use wake windows. It's mostly just like, hey, she woke up earlier today, which is maybe like 6 a.m. And then I'm like, all right, she'll probably need to nap around 11 or 11:30. And then she could sleep anywhere from 1 hour to 3 hours. It just depends on the day. You never know. Like, it doesn't depend on anything that I can track. And then as far as from that time to bedtime, we just do the same bedtime every night, about 6:30. So it doesn't matter. She always falls asleep and everything. So yeah, right now, no wake windows, but that's kind of her nap schedule. And
well,
I would say it's pretty rare if it's only 45-minute nap. But
a lot of people say that we put our kid to bed early, but I think it's because we get up early. So it's like,
Well, no, it's just people don't understand that just because you put them to bed late doesn't mean they're going to sleep late. Like, most kids will still just, like, I put Letty to bed at 8:30 at night just because we thought, oh, maybe she'll sleep in. She'd probably still wake up at 6:30 or 7.
Really?
Yeah, because their body clocks are so, like, tied to that. I mean, for the time that they're, like, super young. I promise you, like, we could test it if you want, but that's what all the sleep training teaches you.
I don't know if I believe that.
For instance, Caroline's Parker, I think he stays up till 10, still wakes up at 6. But kids his age should be getting like 10, 12 hours of sleep still. So, I mean, that's what works for them. But it doesn't mean they
My parents always put us to bed at 8 o'clock when we got older. And we'd always get up around 6.
I don't even remember, like, I think maybe 8:30 was like a bedtime that I can actually remember from a childhood. But, like, other than that, I don't remember having a bedtime. I know I had one, but I don't remember the actual time.
Yeah, what was y'all's childhood bedtime?
I think when I got into junior high and high school, like, I didn't really have a bedtime.
With long pool days, you definitely need breaks. Grill out, eat snacks, play games. That's a full day, not just in the pool. Yeah, for sure. Big said, I like beach days over pool days, but I get way more burnt at the beach. When I was her age, I would sleep from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., and my mom loved it. Yeah, I don't like the beach that much. And it's because
Yeah.
It's because, like, it's sandy, it's really hot, and when you get into the ocean and you get out and you dry off and you're, like, salty, it's not very comfortable.
Yeah.
And the ocean here, well, our pools get pretty warm too, but the ocean here, like, in August is warm. Like, not refreshing at all anymore. Like, you get into it and it's like warm water. So I don't know. I prefer, if I had like a resort style pool.
I definitely prefer a pool, but I don't necessarily hate the beach. I do hate that sand gets in my car.
I think sand just gets everywhere.
Get it out.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
But if you don't care about that, then whatever.
I
Go to bed at 9 and 9:30 every night. Wow. I'm proud of you.
Oh, sorry. We missed some. My son goes to bed around 9 p.m. and could wake up anywhere from 6 a.m. to 7:30. See, maybe put him to bed earlier and you might get the same sleep time.
Yeah, you might get more time.
Happy Monday. Did the Murph workout for the first time today. Congratulations. Aubrey also did Murph.
Go us. I can't even remember what my bedtime was growing up. 7:30 or 8, 9, junior high. I don't like the beach either. I go to bed at 9. Oh, I already read that. I think I've always liked sleep enough that I can't remember needing to have a bedtime. Except during sleepovers, we'd stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning. Yes. Drinking like full.
I was the kid at
liters of
sleepovers
soda.
because my parents always like made us go to bed early. That was like ready for
Yeah,
them
let's
to
talk
be
about
like,
this. Let's talk
can
about
I go to
s-
bed now?
Let's talk about sleepover life.
I
okay?
hated sleepovers.
I want to know what kind of kid you were at a
I woke
sleepover.
up before everyone else
Yeah.
and I was like this was before cell phones. I think we
Right.
talked about this on stream one time because I was just like, what the F do I do?
We definitely talked about that, but we didn't talk about like things that you did during the sleepover.
Oh, I remember one time I went to my friend Jordan Leake's house, who Leak Landscaping that does our house,
Okay.
Jordan Leake's house, and we watched Congo, which is about the apes that had the
Yes.
paddles in their hands,
I
and they would
remember it because
crush.
it was like one of the first scarier movies that I watched.
Yeah, I was so scared.
I was so scared.
I was so scared. And then I remember we
But
rode
you
in the back of the
pretended not to be
trucks.
scared. I feel like.
No, all of us were scared.
Oh, okay.
We were rode in the back of the trucks like at night, like they took us out in the woods, like
the parents. Or
yeah,
something?
they took us
Oh.
out in the woods and like
Oh, funny.
yeah,
though.
they
That's
scared the
kinda
crap out of
fun.
us.
Would
but I
you
remember-
do that to your kids?
But I remember going to bed and then like waking up and like all the kids are sleeping and I'm like, I'm hungry
I'm so
and
hungry.
I'm like, what do I do? Like I would. That was when I was like too young to like hang out with the parents. Like this is like 9 probably. Like
Oh, we talked about this with Austin. Austin was here once, and he said that he was the type that would go up and like chat with the parents and just have breakfast with them and stuff. But I never would. I'm like you. I woke up so early and starving. And so if there were like chips left over from the night before, I'd be eating those chips because I was so hungry and everybody just snoozing. Like I like tried to make a little noise. Nothing. I mean, dead asleep.
yeah, this was before cell phones. Like now, I would just like probably just get onto like Instagram or TikTok or whatever, like
Right.
YouTube or something.
I think maybe I would turn on the
But-
TV or something. I don't know. But I remember being so bored.
Yeah. And it would be like hours, feel like. I mean, probably like 2 hours because I would be like the kid that was up at like 7
Right. Because
and they wouldn't wake up
even
until
if
like
you
9 or 10 o'clock.
Right. Even if you went to bed at like 2 a.m., you still woke up at like 8 a.m.
It was miserable.
I guess that's why we're married, huh?
I agree. My son wakes up around 6 no matter what time I put him down, even if it's later than usual. My bedtime was always 9 p.m. until I started gaming and rebelling. That's funny. I slept in my mom's bed until I was out of elementary school. My
Aw.
poor mom. I remember we would go to bed around 8:39 and watch TV for a while. In the middle school, I finally went to my own room and made my own bedtime.
I bet she hated
I had
that.
divorced parents and lax rules. I always up till midnight when I had my own bedtime. So I remember I always went to bed, but between 8 and 9 o'clock all the way till high school. Then when I started playing video games with my friends, that's when I started staying up later, like midnight and stuff like that.
Would your parents ever tell you, like, hey, Brad, time for bed? You just wouldn't?
There were a couple of times my parents were like, "Hey, you need to like go to bed earlier," but I did so well in school, and like I didn't suffer that they didn't really care. Like
Yeah.
Ariel had a curfew. I never had a curfew.
Right.
Partially because I just never went out and did anything. But even if I was going to go out, like my parents would never be like, be home by 10 p.m. Like they never even told me anything. And Ariel used to get so pissed. And because she was like, it's double standards, which I mean, it is probably different between your son and your daughter, just
Yeah.
from a protection standpoint, But
I don't know why that is.
I mean, I know why it is. Like your son's not going to get like, this is going to sound terrible, but like there's less of a chance of your son getting like taken and
kidnapped,
raped or
yeah.
whatever.
No, I get that, but it's still sometimes didn't make sense to me because it seemed like a double standard. I mean, I get it, but I don't. Like, it's just this weird thing that maybe as a female, that's how I feel. I'm just like,
When I'm walking down the street and I see somebody that's like scary, I'm probably still going to cross the street, but there's a little chance he's actually going to do anything to me. Whereas like as a female,
yeah,
maybe there's a chance,
yeah, I get it.
So anyways, that was a side tangent. Sorry.
Sorry.
We co-sleep though, so he has no interest in bed until I go to bed. I hated sleepovers too until I was a teenager.
You know what Brad said the
Hey, I
other
have a question
day?
though. If your significant other, like, do you go to sleep at the same time as your significant other? That's my question. Do you go to bed when your significant other goes to bed? And which one of you dictates the bedtime? Or is it just like you've got agreed, like, this is what time we go to bed? Making up dances to songs was things to do when I was a kid. Anyone else? Then when I was a little older, we would sneak out and
dances.
go ding dong ditch everyone. My parents would get mad and unplug the internet if I stayed up too late. I was always the first one up at sleepovers, and it was the worst. I couldn't do sleepovers I would get homesick and go home.
I had done that only with like dirty homes. I couldn't be in.
We'd always stay up until as long as possible playing DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, I'm guessing, watching YouTube and making dances, but I'd always be the first up, probably anxiety. Never had a curfew. My brother and I were the opposite, though. He was always in trouble and hang out with not great friends. He had more curfews. My parents trusted me more, so they weren't strict about when I got home. I would always wake up 2 to 3 hours before everyone and be starving, so I would try to wake them up so I could go eat.
Yes, and it wouldn't.
They would be mad at you, like if you woke them up. They're like, "Why are you waking me up? It's like 8 a.m." And I'm like, "What the? You're supposed to be doing?"
I'm like, "Oh, well, can I just go home now?"
We made up the dances to Spice Girls and Lady Marmalade.
Mine was Smash Mouth. We would make dances.
We did not go to sleep at the same time. I'm up much earlier, so I go to sleep earlier. Nope, I like to fall asleep before him, so I wouldn't have to listen to him snore. Oh, wow. Katie Megan, thank you so much for subscribing for 19 months. My boyfriend has to go to work at 2 a.m., so he always goes to bed first, but on the weekends, we go to bed at the same time. No, I always go to bed first. We go to bed around the same time. We go to bed at the same time. I always ask her what time she wants to lay down. Unless I have to be up at a certain time, then I just go room.
My boyfriend's a cop, so his sleep schedule's all over the place. He's always on call. It drives me crazy. My fiance and I lay in bed, watch TV together. Yeah, that's what Brad and I have been doing lately.
We go to bed at the same time. Wake up at 4:30 to go to the gym. We do not go to bed at the same time. He plays the game and I go to sleep. So Aubrey gets pissed if I try to go to bed without her. Like if I'm like super exhausted, it's actually a pretty negative trait that she has because she guilts me. Like I'll be like really tired. I'm like, hey babe, I'm gonna get into bed. Like I just want to go to bed, and it's like 9 o'clock, and she's like, I'm not tired yet.
Why?
And I'm like, that's fine. You don't have to go to bed. You can't go to bed without me. And I'm like, she's like, well, at least put something on TV. So I'll put on a show, and I'm not one to fall asleep during shows. It's just like I like my brain starts watching the show, and I don't like fall asleep. Then she'll fall asleep, and I'll be like talking to her, and I'll look over, and she'll be asleep. And so then I'll like wake her up, and I'm like, are you gonna watch this show, or can I turn it off? No, don't turn it off.
I just like being with you. I just like hanging out.
It's terrible.
Oh, come on. Let's just air all the things that you don't like about
I just realized that I could do this now, you know? My boyfriend goes to bed first. I usually shower and have self-care time after he is asleep.
Self-care is like...
Sometimes I have self-care time after Aubrey goes to sleep.
Steaming your face and shaving your legs, and that's what self-care is, Brad. You wouldn't know.
We go to bed at the same time, and it's like a mutual agreement when we are both tired AF, usually right after dinner. I don't know if I go to bed right after dinner. That's a little bit. Like, we eat pretty early.
We're the same, so we started going to bed together.
I don't get mad if he goes to bed without me if I get sad. I could care less if Hubby goes to bed before me, but that's rare. I mean, I feel like she would like it if I went to bed before her, because then she knows that I'm not going to like try to get it in. You know, she'd be like, oh, he's asleep, so he ain't going to try to bother me tonight. So
I can't remember the last time that happened, though.
What, that I went to sleep with it before you?
Yeah, that you like said you were going to.
Because you don't let me. You literally yell at me.
I know, but I feel like I might let you like if you had done it recently, because I like watching my shows alone.
And what she's been doing now is she camps up in the bedroom.
I can't what?
No, you camp up in the bedroom. I've noticed lately, if you even have an inkling that I may try to be going to bed early, you go in the bedroom and you watch your shows in there. Because then you
what?
know.
No,
like
I just like my
the other
bed.
night when you were in there watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, I just like my bed.
I had mentioned like, oh, I'd like to go to bed early tonight.
Oh, I did not know that. No, I just like my bed.
No one's
I
buying
like
it.
to
Literally
watch.
no one's buying it. No one's buying.
Right. Nobody's saying anything because they don't care.
My wife goes to bed and I'll play games for a couple hours. And by the time I'm done, she's sleeping and she gets mad when I wake her up trying to get into bed. I get it. I love going to bed at the same time as my boyfriend. It's a thing. Most of my friends sleep in separate rooms because their husbands' boyfriends snore.
I can't imagine.
If I like threatened to sleep into a different room than Aubrey, she would kill me. So
same. You don't.
usually he lays in bed and watches TV.
I guess I don't get to talk at all.
Babe, I would totally sleep in a separate bed with you than you. I've told you that before.
Okay.
Aubrey gets mad when I go on trips without her because she's like, "How'd you sleep? I bet you slept great without me."
It's because I know you do. Because you enjoy sleeping without me. I don't.
Chill out. I'm not done with my dinner yet. It's only 7:25. Chill.
Okay,
Slow down.
I wanted to eat this, but okay.
Usually he lays in bed and watches TV, and I try to fall asleep, so we're at least in bed together. Hard 9 p.m. bedtime. I don't know about hard. Hey, Scrotum.
We watch iFunny.
What's iFunny? Yeah. Sometimes it's
like
nice when the other goes to bed and you can just chill out with some alone time. Alone time is needed sometimes. When we started dating, I made my now husband get deviated septum surgery because snoring was horrendous, but he did it. So is the snoring gone? Just out of curiosity. We go to bed at the same time. We have a 12-week-old, and we go to bed after he does, and that's our alone time together for the day. We usually watch TV and show each other TikToks. I mean, that's pretty much Aubrey and I.
Yeah, but we don't TikTok recently. Like,
I don't get on. I just don't like getting on social media as much, guys. Like, truthfully.
Really? I still like TikTok, but yeah, I don't really like Instagram. Instagram keeps showing me like suggested posts when I go on to my feed, and I'm like, why do I want to watch this? Like, I want to see the people that I follow, not just some random suggested video because I liked some other video that's related. It just bothers me. Instagram is just weird. I want to like write them a letter and be like, but I told you guys they did like
Dear Mr./Mrs. Instagram.
If we all petition that Instagram sucks lately, then they'll change it.
No, it won't.
I just don't understand what they're trying to do.
I used to snore bad, and I got my tonsils and adenoids removed, and it basically got rid of it. Eat that cookie, Aubrey.
Actually, no, this is the Biscoff cinnamon roll.
Snoring is 100% gone unless he's drinking, which is never. iFunny is a collection of all social media apps of funny stuff. Interesting. I only snore if I'm exhausted. Like literally just like dog tired.
Yeah, I've only heard you snore like twice. It's usually like with your mouth. It's not like that nasal snore.
Aubrey, make a favorites list on IG.
What does that mean?
What shows have you been watching? Just finished Grey's and need some
like
ideas.
Favorite people to see.
You can snooze those for 30 days.
What do you have to do now?
So what shows have we been watching? We're still watching Married at First Sight, season 11. It's just COVID just started happening, and it's so funny to like see it happening like on the show's perspective. Married at First Sight, those episodes are like an hour and 20 minutes long or an hour and 30 minutes long.
So it's like watching a whole movie.
Yeah, it's like watching a movie. So Aubrey and I literally watch a movie every night, and we're on like episode 12 or something like that. So
they have too many episodes on that show, though. Like they really could just cut it down.
Yeah, well, it's because they bounce around to 5 different couples, like.
Yeah.
And like they give 5 different couples perspective on like their date night. Then 5 on their 1 month anniversary, and you're just like,
it's too much.
Yeah. And it's really interesting to hear them talk. Like I've gained a lot of background knowledge, I guess, of like things just by like listening to the show about how they're like, they only film certain things, So they're only filming like one day a week essentially with these people.
Well, the way that they made them sound, though, is that they come every evening. So they go to work, their normal jobs, and then they come to film after hours.
Not every single one, though. Not every single night.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just once.
They have filming days, though. It sounds like so.
Right, and I think in the beginning it's like a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's constant in the beginning
day.
because they're like the wedding, and then they go on the honeymoon. And the honeymoon, I think they're just constantly with them on the honeymoon.
It's probably 3 weeks like up front of filming every day, and then it slows down where they just come visit like twice a week or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, they like tell them what to ask each other.
Yeah. So we got to see that on season 11, just because this one girl, Christina, will be like, you can tell that they dictate the conversation. So they try to walk them into arguments or, I guess furthering their relationship. So they don't just get to like, sit there and be.
Well, it was weird because one episode in a different season, there's this guy that hates filming. And I'm like, well, don't sign up for the show if you don't like filming. But I think it's because they tried to shape the story and shape his questions and shape like his responses. So he just got annoyed with it and so fed up that he was pissed at the whole like producer. I mean, he was mean to the producers and the film crew.
Guess what I read about him? I read that he was actually matched with a different girl.
Oh, what?
And that girl backed out. And so at the very last minute, they were scrambling to find a match for him. And that's when they found the girl that he matched with. And they didn't do a lot of like background checking on her and anything, which I think it was true that she was trying to get social media famous.
Yeah, probably.
Because she apparently had applied to other TV shows. So he may not have been like as big of a dick as he came off, because I think, if you had a camera rolling 24/7 and you just took little segments of people's lives, you could shape it any way you want to. I mean, that's what social media is, right? You can look at someone's life and be like, they have the most amazing life. I wish I could be them. But like, they may have a terrible life, but they just curated this little bitty thing, So, yep, you can add accounts to your favorites, then click on the Instagram in the top left corner. You can click on drop down, change it just to your favorites.
So I know you can snooze those for 30 days, but it's just the suggested. Like if it's suggested,
not the same account. It's just the suggested account, suggested like section in
based
general.
on, yeah, I know what you're saying, but
we haven't started the newest Ozark season yet, and just found out Stranger Things is out now. Also, definitely behind. I love the Ozark season, so. Love on the Spectrum looks so stinking cute.
I watched the first season. It is really cute.
Besides getting married, what is the motive to be on the show for these people? I mean, they're supposedly
really
just like
get
have
married.
never been able to find anyone, and they want to get married, and that's what it's about apparently. Hi friends, happy Monday. Hey Syed's girl, how are you? Okay,
Here,
you already did the Biscoff cinnamon roll. How was
I sent
it?
you the perfect bite.
How is it?
I think it's really good. But I feel like I don't have my taste that like super on par because my nose is a little stuffy. So I feel like I need to try it maybe tomorrow or the next day. But I think it's good from what I can taste.
I mean, it's really good.
I think
like
it's
cinnamon
the
roll.
second.
It is second iteration. We asked for them to add more cinnamon chips, I think.
Okay. And then next I'm going to try the Snickers one.
Okay. So the other day I was like, we haven't done cookies that are like candy bars, So this is a Snickers cookie. I think they put chopped Snickers in there.
They put an entire Snickers bar in the corner.
Oh, okay. They should have put chopped Snickers in there. But I want to do a Twix one. So is it just a chocolate cookie stuffed with Snickers? Because if that's the case, like, no thanks.
I think it
There are
has
peanuts and caramel in it.
Yeah, those are caramel bits. I mean, it's good. But that needs to be like, if it's going to be I don't know.
Put chopped Snickers in it, and then do like a caramel core or something like that.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
I like the peanuts.
Yeah, I think chopped peanuts, caramel bits, and chopped Snickers.
The nougat is the hard thing. So you have to stuff it with, or put Snickers actually in it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Nougat core with that shit. We're not going to do a nougat core. No.
That'd be too hard.
Right. It won't ship.
Doesn't it kind of harden?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, obviously
I think
Snickers.
it actually would be bad for the VMAC.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal because people keep saying like nougat would it go bad, but it's like Snickers bars are in a freaking You know what I mean? They're like packaged for months. So
Can you just buy nougat?
we do have an Almond Joy cookie, Happy Nuts. So we did do that. We did do an Almond Joy.
Yeah, I don't think we have any other one though.
Yeah.
Like any other. I mean, what candy bars are there though?
Payday. I can't believe that you said Payday, Daisy. Paydays are literally just.
People love them.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually had homemade paydays, like peanut rolls during Christmas time, and
But-
those are good. They're really good. They're like salted peanuts, and then you have the sweet inside.
Yeah, we have a
I like
Take
'em.
5 cookie. We called it 5 on it. 0 bars, Butterfinger,
I've never had a zero
Three
bar.
Musketeers. Yeah, so Take 5 got bought by Reese's, so they only make Reese's Take 5s now. So,
Oddly enough.
yeah. So that's the difference of that. Kit Kat. I feel like Kit Kat is just chocolate and cookie, like wafer, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, there's not a lot of candy bars out there that I would actually want to like replicate.
Yeah, I would replicate a Twix, a Snickers. The hard thing about Butterfinger is it's just that like peanut butter, like
Wafer
toffee
type.
wafer. It's like a peanut butter. What's the word I'm trying to go for? It's not just peanut butter.
Toffee?
It is peanut butter and toffee, I think. It's like a peanut butter toffee, I'm pretty sure.
Like honey, what do you call it? Brittle, like peanut brittle.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's like a peanut and toffee brittle. Kit Kat, white chocolate Reese's, homemade Snickers are bomb. Yeah, my favorite
Ooh,
is Twix
yum.
for sure. York peppermint patties.
Those always hurt my teeth so bad. Like every time I eat
The
them, they
mint
just mint.
extract is very strong in those.
And they're very sweet.
Yeah.
Like, but I like the minis, the junior mints. Love.
Well, yeah. So
Do they even sell those anymore?
thick mint is coming out on Sunday, which is like a
Right.
Andy's mint one. I love Milky Way Midnights. I really do. I like dark chocolate a lot, but it has to be paired with something sweet because it's so bitter. So I like the Milky Way Midnights a
I think
lot.
my favorite candy bar is Heath. It's just Heath.
Is
I
baby?
love a Heath bar.
Oh, I bought Heath bars.
I know.
You couldn't do a Heath bar cookie, you know.
Break your teeth.
Well, it's just chocolate and toffee.
Right, which sounds
I didn't know.
amazing.
Did you know that toffee has that Heath bar has almonds? I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Remember somebody was like, I have an almond allergy. We're
Yeah.
like, I don't think there's almonds in Heath, and then we found out there are
Yeah.
almonds in Heath.
Baby Ruth, $100 grand. T Beckham 23. Thank you so much for subscribing
100
with
grand,
Prime.
Actually, 100 grand would.
What's
it
a 100
might-
grand bar?
It's like Rice Krispie, like little tiny, and caramel and chocolate. So I think like the Rice Krispies and caramel are all the bar, and then it's coated in chocolate.
Huh.
So it's like chewy. I actually feel like you would really
Oh,
like
100
it.
grand would be similar to a Star Crunch.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we would probably do it.
That was me, LOL. What
Do
was
you
she?
think that Black Beauty, the dough, is actually like a dark chocolate? Because I don't.
No, it's
like
not
it's
dark
a
chocolate.
black cocoa, but
Yeah, it's black
not
cocoa.
Dark
It's not dark chocolate. No.
Be
no.
fun to. I don't know how we would.
Do a dark chocolate cookie?
It'd just be less sweet or something. I guess you would.
You put more cocoa in it and less butter. That's how dark chocolate's made, right? Isn't it like just a higher percentage of cocoa?
Right.
So it'd just
which
be
is why
more
I
cocoa
said
powder?
Maybe it was like less sweet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Will you ever bring back weekly vlogs? I mean, to be honest with you, like I feel like no one watches our YouTube channel, so we just like stopped really caring about it.
I mean,
I mean, the average
it's
views
not
on
that
a
we
channel
don't
is like
care, but
1,000.
YouTube
so
is
it's
just a
like,
weird space. Like,
it's just like we don't do anything that's like extreme on YouTube, and I feel like we weren't very helpful. So it's just like I don't know, like it's just hard for
it's a
me.
weird space.
It's
right now
hard.
for us.
Listen, I feel like I have to do Instagram. I have to do YouTube. I have to make TikToks. I have to be on my stories. I have 4 businesses to run. I have a child to raise. I have like a house to keep up with. I just feel like it's so much. And Aubrey and I have talked that like sometimes I feel like we're
That's
trying to do everything because that's what you're supposed to do. So we do everything shittily, if that makes sense.
Well, no, what I explained it is like, would you rather do one or two things really great, or would you want to do like 6 things just mediocre? And I feel like that's where we are sometimes, like spread too thin. So like the weekly vlogs are fine, but they're more fun if we have
Something to do.
something to do.
Otherwise, like, are we like?
But we just run our businesses like, I don't know.
And the
to
hard part
see?
too is like, if we do a weekly vlog, like I tried to vlog this weekend, but like Austin's not going to follow me around during the weekend to vlog.
Usually we do
and
more fun things.
we do
on
fun
the
things on
weekend.
the weekend. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe you guys have feedback. I feel like our Twitch family though is like a
Yeah, I would say that you guys are like like anyone that's on Twitch, in my opinion, is like some of our like most adamant followers. Like I don't know, like you guys are like the people that would like if I was doing a meetup in your city, like I would expect you to be there because like you are the people that like I don't know. I just feel like if there's a tier structure, like you're the top tier, you know. So. Of course, I feel like you guys probably do watch our YouTube videos. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Truthfully, I am trying to set up businesses for Aubrey and I that we don't have to be on social media because it's just really mentally draining to like feel like I need to post all the time. And then it's like this weird space of like posting what I want to post, but also trying to post things that still provide value. And like I work out like 4 times a week, if that. And most of my workouts are like an hour and they're rushed. My diet's pretty bleh. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a weird space right now though.
I think we always try to like focus on helping people, right? So that's still the main focus of everything that we do. So it's hard to feel like the weekly vlogs help anybody aside from just being like entertaining, which not everybody, if they don't know us, they're probably not going to find our weekly vlogs very entertaining, I guess.
I know that I have been listening to y'all on here since I was prego, which is at least 2-ish years. Yeah, we're right around the 2-year point for Twitch because we did our gender reveal on Twitch.
Right.
And the gender reveal was probably in
Like September?
Yeah, but I mean, when did we start Twitch? I mean, we started
When I was pregnant.
No, it was before you were pregnant.
It was just like shortly before I got pregnant.
Yeah. So I think we started in like July.
Because remember, we had Abby and Mike visited like right before I got pregnant.
July.
And Abby and Mike were on our Twitch.
Yeah. Probably July then.
Let's see. Everybody watches on all
I
platforms.
love you.
I watched a lot too when Letty was younger because she's about a week older than my son. See, and I feel like that's what even my page is kind of turning into. It's just a lot of like moms. I think it's just relatable, right? But we aren't the young fitness influencers that we were.
Yeah, I think that the truth is there's just like younger kids on TikTok that are like, maybe more relatable. They don't have kids. They don't have all these businesses. And I don't know. And all the influencers that we're friends with are like either getting pregnant or having families now.
Yeah.
Like Travis is, they have a baby on the way. And then you have some other people that have mentioned to you secretly they have babies on the way. And then, Kelly Yeager is about to have a baby. The Bomars have kids. Like a lot of the people that were like kind of the influencers around us when we were, coming up, like all kind of Julian Smith has a kid, like, Katie and Hayden have kids.
I love watching y'all going to eat at different restaurants. And I think like having a series is super fun too. Yeah, you got to take care of you. We're actually, we're going to be working a little bit more too in the coming months.
Yeah.
For sure. We're going to have more workload on us. So
yeah,
it's going to be just weird. We're trying
I feel like we should be able to
navigate it.
talk about what's going on. Like people locally know. So it's like,
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know yet.
whatever.
Maybe
Guess
by
we have to
next week? I think by next week it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah.
just some
see where
changes
it goes.
happening. So, you You got to take care of you first and foremost. Your true followers and those that care about you will stick around. Been on Twitch only a couple of months, but I've been following Aubrey for a while, watching her eat raw spinach by the handful.
Oh, so you've been in my raw spinach days. I love that.
I think it's actually really funny now. I see some influencers and they're like saying things or posting things that I felt like I used to do. And I'm like,
Like what?
yeah, you're going to, well, I mean, just like Halo Top and Enlightened ice cream, you know? I remember people had made fun of us when we were doing it. And I was like being like, why are you making fun? Like, I enjoy this.
Right,
but
we
the
used to
truth
do that,
is like
every night.
I would much rather just have a scoop of like low fat vanilla ice cream
I
with
feel
some candy
like
in
we're
it,
just
you know?
normal people now.
Yeah, I guess.
Whereas before we tracked macros and we were always finding the macro.
Yeah, but
friendly.
I don't feel like my body is that much different than it was when I was way more strict on it.
I'm just talking about niche, you know, like
Yeah.
so when you start social media and you have a certain niche and then that niche like changes because your life has changed, this is the result a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, there will be a vlog series on the building edition. So they're pouring the concrete slab tomorrow. I texted Austin. I was like, just so you know, they're pouring the slab at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
oh yeah, remember it was like 3 a.m. here
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they did it.
Mm-hmm. So
Fun.
I feel bad for you. Probably should let Madison and them know
Okay.
that they're probably pouring the slab at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. So it may be noisy.
Okay. No big
So.
deal.
They may want to turn on their noise machines.
They probably don't have any.
But anyway, Aubrey has to do her Facebook Live tonight for the 6-week challenge to announce winners. And your next challenge starts in?
It's on June 13th.
Yeah,
It
2
starts.
weeks. 2 weeks. So if you have been interested in that, there'll be spots opening back up. So the winner tonight is going to win a cruise, which we have a few winners to take on cruises as soon as we can take people on cruises or some kind of vacation. Aubrey and I have talked, like maybe we'll find like a resort. I would want to do it stateside, you know, but
Yeah, Brad's point was like a cruise is simple because it's usually just one flight. But when you are providing like an all-inclusive, they would have to take, I mean, that's it.
in Cancun or something, they may have to.
Out of the country.
Well, no, I said the cruise is like you can drive it. No matter who you
Oh, yeah, you
are,
can
like
drive it,
you
sorry.
can drive it. So even if you lived in, you know, South Carolina, you know, if you wanted to take a 10-hour drive because you didn't want to fly, like you could still do that.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll look at some all-inclusive style resorts, but I know there are some in South Florida, but I don't know.
I mean,
How is it already almost June? I know. It's crazy.
I don't know. Pretty soon it'll be Christmas, you guys.
Christmas in July for sure. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend and you got a lot of rest or a lot done, or maybe you just had a great weekend. We'll see you all on Wednesday.
Don't forget about.
Oh, wait. We got to do our giveaway. I was
Oh,
about to
yeah.
sign off. Sorry, my bad.
Well, I was gonna say, don't forget about our Fat and Weird
What's
sale.
going to be cute? What's going to be keyword?
Sale. Fat and Weird sale.
Yeah, today is
And
the last day.
Motive.
Tonight at midnight is the last day for Fat and Weird, and Motive at 2, I think. Tonight at midnight. 20% off for Fat and Weird, and I think it's 30% off for Motive. So,
Yep.
and we will be having a launch for Motive in June, end of June. So,
It's actually June 18th.
oh, really? Well, that's the end of June, second half.
I see it as mid-June.
Yeah, if it actually happens on the 18th, yeah. If it happens a week
will.
later on the 25th, then what is it?
I don't think we have
End of
everything
June.
in yet.
End of June.
It's gonna be great no matter what. Right, guys?
Tater Tot Thomas.
I know. I think that's my favorite screen name.
Tater Tot Thomas?
It kind of reminds me of Tool Man, or what's the?
Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Yes. Yeah. How'd you know I was gonna say that?
Because you said Toolman.
Yeah, but
And it's
it
Tater
was
Tot
not
Thomas.
Right. Tool Man. It sounds bad. Sounds like he's a tool.
What if the word was sell and not sale? And then everyone was typing sale, but it was sell.
You're the only one who messes that up. Actually, no. It's like a.
I have to think about it.
It's a Southern thing.
What, don't you
'Cause
don't
I
have
think
to
you
you
guys
don't
say it a little bit differently.
you don't have to
and-
think about the difference between sell and sale.
No. Nope. But you guys just say it like really similarly. Like sell and sale is very different, but you guys kind of like merge yours, so it's almost like one word to go across all. It's like I can't even do it.
Sell?
It's like yeah, we had a garage sale. Sell.
Yeah,
Garage
that's
sale.
why I get confused. I'm like, is it a did you have
That's
a garage
because you
sale
say
or
it
sale?
wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Garage sale. Oh, so you're saying you say it wrong because you don't. You're not even sure.
I'm not saying I'm not sure. That's why I have to think about it, is because people say it like that. So, anyways, here we go. Rolling it. Tayanne!
Oh my god.
Look at you. Winning your gift card because you're in PCB.
You could use it in the storefront. No,
No, you
you
can't.
can't.
The online gift
Sorry.
cards don't work in the storefront.
Don't listen to me.
All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining us.
You want to
You're worth it.